Hey, how's it going? So, yeah, I was checking out that video that you showed me, and yeah, it actually doesn't use the curve stroke. He started trying it, and then he went just back to the same way I was showing you guys already with the lazy mouth and lazy mouth. That's what I have right now. The lazy mouse and the offset. So he did obviously start with. So I just kind of went through and created just a couple different vector displacement brushes here. So I just have my initial one, and then I created a 2 and a 4. Although these two would probably be the main ones I would use. And basically, he just created a. Let me see here. Let me just go back. Just use the lazy mouse, right? He started off by hand placing, hand placing the ones that he wanted, customly positioned so that there's some scale and some varying size and whatnot. So this started off more kind of manual, just like it did in the video. And then he was trying the curve stroke, and I saw him kind of go into that. And he had on these two settings here and drew out a curve. Now the problem with this though is it just kind of smears things around. It's not very efficient, right? So it's not really that efficient way to do what you need to do. So instead, I noticed he just did kind of the approach I've already outlined a few times in some of the other videos. So using the lazy mouse, and then the step size here. So basically, if I go to dots, the wider the step, the more spacing these are going to be. So that step size is a little bit too big, and maybe I'll go with this one here. So that step size is a little bit too big. So he ended up just tweaking this guy right here, so that you've got a row of scales. And it's just a matter of getting the right amount. That's not quite right. So 0.3 is a bit small. Let's go 0.4. Almost, probably 0.5, I guess, maybe. Let's try 0.6. That's almost about right. It looks like that would be almost about right. Let me just try just almost 0.59, sure. I think that's better. That's pretty good. So yeah, so we just went in and did this type of thing. Right, so just kind of going over and just kind of offsetting it this way. And just finding that place you need to start from is the tricky part. So you continue that offset, and that's basically it, right? So if I wanted to do like the entire side, I could just go over it and just keep going. Yeah, and just no magic to it. Is basically what I've already mentioned. There you go. Easy peasy. All right, so that is some scales. And I've outlined how to create those vector displacements a few times now, so I won't waste your time and go over that again. So I'll just stop it right there. Okay, good luck with that. Cheers.